Okay guys, this week you're in for a treat. We're going to be interviewing our very own Lynn. He's the founder of Boot Scoop Barbecue and this luxurious tanning salon. So hey guys, stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Alright guys, so this week on Vetrepreneurs, we're here with Lynn, the owner of Boot Scoop Barbecue and this luxurious Paradise Tanning Salon. Alright, so before we get into it, Lynn, so tell us about your time in the military.
I did 32 years total. I was a military intelligence officer.
Oh, okay.
Even in the military, I was always trying to find an extra way to make money, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
With the Army paycheck, that's kind of, it seems like what you got to do sometimes, you know? Especially
yeah.
when you start as a private, which I did. So,
okay, wow.
Yeah.
32 years.
32 years.
So where all did you serve?
A lot of time in Germany. I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, of course. And I was at Rest on Arsenal, Alabama one time, out in California, and just Texas, Georgia,
okay.
and I ended up at Fort Worth, Georgia, and that's where I retired from. My wife's from close here, so I'm originally from Alabama, which is not too far, so we just liked the area and decided to stay.
Okay, so how long ago was it when you retired?
I retired actually in 2019.
Oh wow, you're just fresh out of here, finding your way out in the
Absolutely.
civilian world, huh? How's it been going for you, transition?
Really good, really good. The big thing is I tell people to do nowadays, especially when I run across folks I know that are still in, take advantage of the Army Skills Program, Army Career Skills Program.
Yeah.
When you go through SFL TAP, within 180 days, check that out. It's really cool with some of the different certifications and programs they have that absolutely cost you nothing. So,
okay. All right, so before we get into the tanning salon and the barbecue sauce, so it's my understanding you're a bit of a serial entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, so I first started out, I was like probably one of the original spammers, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
Back when you still had Netscape and AOL and all that. So they had mailbot programs, and I was in affiliate marketing and would just spam, not spam, but then it was legal. Yeah. So you would just blast out the emails on affiliate marketing until they started tightening down with the internet providers and they started expanding, and that cut out. And then I went into proxy browsing with affiliate marketing for like college students when they're on their computers. And proxy browser and then pull up sites that normally they wouldn't be able to pull up. So, and I did that, but like everything else, things evolve. So that I did some Amazon stuff. And, some websites, drop shipping.
Okay. So out of all your recent previous ventures, what would you say was probably your most profitable and least profitable one?
Probably the spamming. Yeah, because I got my internet provider cut off so many times I have to keep changing and that was everything I made I'd have to put right back in to get a new provider and all that. So that was probably my least. This right here so far has been
the most profitable.
Yes.
Would you say which one would you say was your favorite? You seem like you enjoy spamming a bit.
No, I enjoy, I just enjoy the learning and the challenges and I don't know, education, learning different things.
Okay.
So, of course nowadays everything's on the internet. Everybody's on the internet.
Okay.
So with everything else you have to evolve, but this right here was really challenging because I had no idea about the food business, so it's total learning experience, learning the FDA process, the co-packing process, the whole 9 yards on that. Okay.
Well, what got you? Why barbecue sauce? What got you?
I love grilling. My wife used to get on to me all the time because I like to grill. I grill probably at least once a week. So and she's like, I'm sick of grilling. So I started, I used to make some, and people liked it, and I decided to just go ahead and once I retired and said, why not give it a shot?
Okay. So how long you been doing the barbecue sauce?
Actually, it's been about maybe a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago? So what's...
And it's really exploded, so...
Okay. So you have a barbecue company, so talk to us more through like your business model with the barbecue. It's my understanding you use a co-packer, so you're not making this stuff in your kitchen, right?
Right. So I experimented in the kitchen, which my wife would get crazy, especially when I was making some of these. And, I would, I'd have to try it at first because you got to get your basic ingredients, what you're going to use, and make a mess in the kitchen, of course. And she's like, "You're cleaning that up." I'm not.
Yeah.
So so you took it. So this is my first original one. It's a whiskey based, and you have to send it to a food scientist, and they will actually first off do the university, like University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Or no, NC State did this one. So they go up and they take it, you send them 2 samples, they test it for acidity levels, things like that, and that's actually how you get to create your nutrition panel, which all the FDA requires.
Okay.
So they create all that for you. And then once you get that done, then it's almost the same process to go to a co-packer, which takes a lot of searching around to find a good one. And what they do is they'll take your recipe and this the FDA stuff, and they put it all together, and they have a food scientist as well that's in-house, and usually they'll work with you to make tweaks.
Okay.
For example, I was using real chopped garlic.
Okay.
And so they came up and said, hey, when we're working it for cost, everything else, and it doesn't change the flavor profile, why not use a garlic puree? So we went to that. And then what they do is they'll figure out, like, to make a run of, let's say, 150 gallons of how much ingredients are required, and they have such large wholesale orders of that stuff, like tomatoes and everything else, that there's no way as an individual you could even compete with that. So so they give it, and then they'll break it down to a cost per unit, and you just say yes or no, and they say once you're done, they run it and they do it. You have to get the labels. I have to order the labels from a separate place. They get shipped to the manufacturer. Okay. And during the run, they just put it all together.
Is this all cost that's up fronted, or you pay it once?
No, the production cost is all up front.
Okay.
And everything's all up front.
All right. How much bottles of barbecue sauce would you say that you've sold in the last since you started? A lot of barbecue?
Yeah, I don't actually even track bottles now. I mean, I go more by cases because I really moved into the distribution model, and that's one thing I tell people, especially if you're going to try and break into a food type business. I started out with this one, and literally nobody would talk to me. I was trying to sell it online. No distributors would talk to me at all. So I decided to expand and try and meet other people's favorite tastes. For example, I came up with a sweet. This is a peach bourbon based, and that's more of a sweet one. And right here is their kick and vinegar. Yeah. And I got a little story about that. I'll tell you. But, with kick and vinegar, because a lot of people like vinegar based. Yeah. And then just the hot spicy. Some people just like hot. And so I tried to expand. This is a mustard based Carolina style.
Yeah, that's.
So I tried to hit all of them. And once I did that. Once I came out with, these were this one, and then I expanded to that one. Just here, probably within the last 10 months. So once I did that, I started picking up distributors. Oh man! Because a lot of their stores and things that are buying from them want that variety or want that choice of selection. Okay. And this is the most expensive one. Retails for $7.99, and these retail for $6.99.
Oh man! So what's your
some people
favorite?
They're a little expensive, but the way I explain it to people, it's like craft beer. You can go get Boaz, or you can go get a craft beer. You're gonna pay more for craft beer just because it's more special.
And the love makes it taste better. So what's the fan favorite? What would you say? It's the most going out there, because I know back home we like this mustard based Carolina. This is spot on.
Right now,
I'm from South Carolina, and everybody barbecue sauce looks like this.
Right now, my top 3 sellers are these 3. So the whiskey, the peach bourbon, and the vinegar based. Okay. And the vinegar based is kind of interesting. I'll tell you a little story about that. So how this one came about is I actually found an old barbecue recipe from the Civil War from here in Georgia. Okay. And so I took it and I actually tried to recreate it, trying to find the most unique ingredients that I could, like they would have at the time. For example, they used churned butter in there. Okay. So I actually had to hunt around. It was hard to find actually true churned butter. Yeah. And I tried it, but then of course once it kind of settled and overnight, it kind of built that fat film to the top. So we had to really work on that and kind of change some things out. But that was the whole base of where the vinegar came from. It was actually based on a Civil War vinegar based. So. Oh. Okay, wow. That's interesting. Churned butter. I don't think they sell that anymore. It's hard to find. No.
Yeah. Okay, so you barbecue, and now it's transitioned into the hair salon. So
tanning salon.
Tanning salon. Why tanning salon? What made you? Tanning salon
here's the thing. Okay, so I do some volunteering. Also, this is another organization, SCORE. SCORE. I actually used SCORE when I was first creating this to come up with a price point.
Okay.
All right. And so the things I've learned from SCORE and the things I learned through the Army Skills program, like my project supply chain management, our friend had this, and I came in earlier this year and kind of did a little business evaluation to help her because COVID had hit and things like that. And I seen there was a lot of potential and profitability in these.
Yeah.
And so she was having some issues, a little bit, not bad issues, but she just wanted to spend more time. She's got young kids. Yeah. Spending too much time away from kids and wanted to get back to spending more time with her family. So we ended up purchasing this and and redoing the whole concept of everything it is, because the potential of these things, national average, a tanning bed makes $12,000 to $15,000 a year.
Okay, one tanning bed.
One tanning bed.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so the potential is pretty good. Now for this area, I'm not expecting 12 to 15. I'll be happy between 8 to 10. Okay. Starting for the first year. Okay. And but we decided to. It was one-dimensional as well. So what we decided to do was bring in other streams of revenue. Okay. So we're turning it almost into a tanning salon boutique. So we have our tanning beds. We had 8. We got rid of 1. So we're down to 7 beds with a couple stand-ups. So we're bringing in spray tanning, which we have the equipment. So we're going to be doing spray tanning, and I'm also bringing in a certified massage therapist. Okay. And both of those will be at the evening and appointment only, so it doesn't interfere with the daily operations of the tanning salon. Okay. And we're also bringing in some clothing, as well as like boutique clothing, as well as like jewelry and accessories like that. Okay. So
talk me through the typical tanning salon business model. Like, how does it make money? I know you said the beds.
The beds. The beds actually, the beds are going to make you some money, but the power that they generate is pretty expensive. The power system to run in this whole thing is about $35,000 just for the beds. Okay, wow. Because it all runs on 220. Oh, okay. So and that was another big thing about bringing in one that was already established, because we did look at relocating. Okay. But the cost of because each one of these things weigh between 600 to like 900 pounds as well. Okay. And so that and rebuilding rooms, everything, the cost. This is more cost effective. Just coming here and trying to remodel. Right. Okay. Yeah, and so a lot of the tanning beds make you some, not bad. But you have the slow season, and that's why you really need to bring in the other revenue models, is because that's why we're bringing in the spray tanning as well as the massage and the clothing line. But where you kind of make your markup is a lot on your lotions. Okay. Lotions for both the sample size and the regular bottle size. Okay. So this one, you guys are still currently doing work to this one, right? Yeah. We're hoping within the 2 weeks. We're also waiting on some of the city stuff. We have to have the city health inspector come through. Okay. We did the zoning, which was good because it was already an established location. Okay. So right now we're already good with the state health. With the LLC set up, all the other legal aspects are done. Okay. Insurance, we have insurance, everything like that. So it's now just waiting to do that, and we're deep cleaning the beds, inventorying the bulbs, and seeing what we need to replace. That sounds like a lot of work. Has taken a lot of work. I've been probably up here straight for probably the last 3 weeks. I've been not up here one day because I had to watch Alabama football. Yeah. So, I mean, football's back. Yeah, but I had to watch them play Miami. So that's the only day really I have not been up here either doing something or making sure something was done. Oh man. So unrelated to business, how do you feel about the Dallas Cowboys? I'm not too big of an NFL guy. I'm more of an individual player. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I like to see. Well, I'll take that. I thought the Mac Jones and the Tua thing was pretty cool. Yeah. During their first game. Okay, awesome. Yeah. All right, guys. So next on this next segment, Lynn is actually going to walk us through and show us some of the things that he's working on to get his tanning salon up and running. So, hey guys, stay tuned next week. You don't want to miss this.